Hello again, everyone. Scoons Comics here with an exciting, thrilling comic book haul. And I don't even know where to start, people. I don't know where to start. I got a lot of books, to say the least. I shouldn't even be doing this video now because I'm not ready. But my son was a giant YouTube fan, wanted to watch me do a video. He didn't care about comics at all. He was a little kid. He wanted to watch me do a video. I said, it's going to be boring for you. He didn't care, so I let him get on camera for a sec. Buddy, you want to come in here real quick?
Yeah.
Say hello.
Hello.
My pride and joy, everyone. All right, bud. Okay, so I bought a comic book shop. Well, I bought a comic book shop's entire inventory. That sounds more impressive than it really is. Okay, I don't know where to start. I as I work this week, and instead of working, I, of course, was looking at comic books on my iPhone, because that's what you do. And I saw a sports collectible card and comic shop that I'd never been to, barely heard of, in a town about an hour away, was going out of business. And they had to sell their inventory quick, real quick. This was like by Saturday. This is like Tuesday. They had to sell everything out by Saturday. And she posted a handful of comics that she had, and I saw no keys, nothing crazy, but some potential, some Bronze Age stuff, a couple things that were older. So I contacted her just on Messenger, and usually how these things go is I lowball somebody. I've never bought a big collection. I've offered, but I lowball people because that's what I got to work with. So I shot her an insanely low amount of money for what she said 11 long boxes of comics, and she countered. Not a whole lot higher. And we kind of went back and forth, and I ended up striking a deal for super cheap for her entire inventory. And she's like, can you come get them tomorrow? No, I have to work. Shoot. I contacted my father, my retiree father. Very happily said, yes, I'll go pick up these books. My father went out to this neighboring town the next day. I waited like pins and needles at work for word that he successfully got these comics. I met him back at my house in the evening, and as the snow began to fall, I unloaded 17 boxes of comic books out of this vehicle, along with binders that you'd keep like basketball cards in, like that I'm familiar with. People had put comic books in there with like sleeves. I don't know, they had like, 10 of those. And she gave me supplies, bags and boards, and overstreet price guides, and all kind of craziness. So, yeah, this all got unloaded on me a Wednesday evening. I've been going through it ever since. I'd love to tell you that I struck it rich with major comic books. I did not. I'm going to show you just a few things here. I'm going to show you the couple of the keys that I was excited about. There's a ton of stuff that I got excited about in this collection, that just going through that I found. But the ones that are actual keys that are, I got an X-Men t-shirt on. I like the superhero stuff. I like Marvel, DC. There's a ton of gold key. There's a ton of funny animals. There's a ton of quality. There's a ton of Charlton. There's a ton of just stuff. And not all of it my cup of tea, to say the least. But I'm going to show you a few things, and then I'll slowly be unpacking this over the next 2,000-3,000 videos. I don't know. We'll see. But real quick, here are the two books. The very first box I started going through, I got real excited because this was like the 5th book I found. And I thought, haha, no one's cherry-picked these comics. I'm going to find all kind of great things in there. The books had been cherry-picked, obviously. But they missed a couple of things, or they weren't interested in a couple of things. One of them being Marvel Premiere number 15, first appearance of Iron Fist. How exciting is this? This was on my list of books to get, my top 10 books I wanted for the year. Great, here it is. It's not in the best of shape. It definitely needs a cleaning and a press. But for very little money, awesome, fantastic, very excited. Then I went the entire 16 boxes without finding another key. Like little things here and there and stuff I'm very excited about, stuff I look forward to showing you guys. But in the very last box, I found my other key, which was also in my top 10 books I wanted this year. Thor 412, the first appearance of the New Warriors. Cool cover. I'm excited about it. Yay! But again, I had to go through 16 boxes of comics before I found another Marvel key. Them's the breaks sometimes. But I found all kind of good stuff. I'm going to show you some of the older books that I pulled out of here from Marvel and DC. And I'm going to show you right now, I got my first graded comic books. I don't have any graded comic books. I certainly would never have chosen these. Basically, I got the impression that I didn't get to speak to this lady until the next day. And we had a really odd conversation that I'll talk about probably next video. It sounded like she just kept acquiring stuff from people that would come in and sell cards and then also have some comic books, and she'd give them whatever. I don't know what her system was. But the collection was clearly like hodgepodge from all kind of people selling her stuff. Case in point. So this is graded comics. This is what all the fuss is about. The fuss is all about Death of Wolverine #4, 9.8. Ooh, look, a 9.8 near mint. I hope someone's really excited about this. If anybody wants these graded comics and wants to give me anything for them, contact me down below. We'll work something out because I don't need these in any way, shape, or form. So there's Death of Wolverine. I also got, these are such random books to be graded in my opinion. Flash, Season 0, #1, variant cover. Issue 1. Again, this is a 9.8. Really high grade, but they're all modern books. I don't know. Maybe someone's really excited to see this. I don't know. Then, here's another. They're so random. Harley Quinn, #12. Variant cover, Lego cover here. 9.8. 9.8. These are all CGC verified books, graded books. Strange. And then I got 2 more graded books. Harley Quinn, Futures End, #1, 9.8. Again, why? I don't know, but they're mine now, strangely enough. If you'd told me a week ago these would be my comics, I would have said, why? There's no way, but here we are. And finally, Iron Man, #1 from 2013. Variant cover, Greg Land cover, 9.6. 9.6. So if anyone wants any of these, contact me. I'll trade. I'll work something out for you. Someone else is more excited about these than me. Alrighty. Now, for stuff I was excited about. All these books in her collection were a little beat up, to say the least. Very few were very fine or higher or near mint or anything like that. If you hear a little background noise, my son is on the couch just making little tiny noises, so I keep having to check and see what's going on. How we doing? Sorry. You're fine, buddy.
We're doing pretty good.
We're doing good. All right.
Just checking the covers.
He's just checking the covers. So, I got a ton of Western Marvel comic books, which I'm going to show probably next video because I was really excited about them because they're silver and bronze and look pretty good. But they had a couple really early Silver Age ones that are just really roached. But a nice Jack Kirby cover. Gunsmoke Western #61 from 1960. That's awesome. Jack Kirby doing Marvel books before the Marvel Age of Comics. I don't have any comics like this. I'm very excited to finally see I have some in my collection. Very cool to have that. Very excited. Then we have Gunsmoke Western #60. Really beat up cover as well. Also from 1960, but still, that's a Kirby cover. Jack Kirby cover. Very excited to have them. Lady had a lot of Western books. Oh man, this one's beat up too. America's Red-Headed Riot, Nellie the Nurse. #31 from 1951. Really beat up. But what I love about this one, first of all, it's an Atlas Comics before they were Marvel. And Stan Lee's name is all over this. Stan Lee is the only credited creator in this book. So I really enjoy, obviously I knew Stan Lee had written for Marvel forever. But I enjoy that he wrote books before like the big superhero craze. And to own a couple of those now is really exciting. Then this is the oldest comic I have from Marvel. And that it has the old Marvel comic logo, and they're experimenting with that. And this is The Kellys, number 24 from 1950. I never heard of this title, but it's got right here in the corner, it's got the Marvel old school logo. How cool is that? Very excited to have that. Very cool. And you know, I like to keep these videos about 10 minutes or so, and we're at the 10-minute mark, and I'm already thinking I've exhausted myself chatting. That's what I do. 10 minutes, I'm out. So we're going to go through these again and again and again and again. I will be back hopefully soon with part 2 of how many parts, I don't know. I'm going to a comic show this weekend, so I'm going to add more. So I went from having like a year where I didn't buy much of anything to suddenly having like 4,000 new comic books to go through. Oh my gosh, to say that out loud is awful and wonderful all at the same time. Thank you all for watching. Please